Hello, hello everyone. Let's get this party started right now. Everybody dancing. I don't want the trash. I think Gully has an addiction to list. I'm not. You just like your list, right?
No, that was me being frustrated at balloons.
Oh.
That was me realizing that I'm gonna have to restart this voyage and rethink the crew they gave me because
stupid shit.
Yeah, because the final map starts you very late, but with an insufficient amount of money.
Oof. So, I got a Yu-Gi-Oh card came in the mail the other day. I want you to hear its name. Shooting Star Dragon TGEX.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty usual.
Not as bad as the one I saw. What was it was called Magical something. I think it was some. I was about to say it was something, but like the last word of it is something.
Magical.
First one, I don't know what it is.
Cylinder?
No, like literally, it's called Magical something, or like mystical something, or like whatever it is. Something is in the name.
Mystic Mime?
No, something is in the name. Hang on, let me look at. See if I can find this out. It is magical something.
Magical something?
Yes.
Hold on. I haven't heard of this one. Magical something. What? When was this released? English sets. TCG sets. Dark Illusion Megatin. In Order of the Spellcasters. 2016. So, each time a card is spelled, place one card on. Oh, it's a spell counter. That explains why I haven't heard of it. No, but everyone who mentions the Yu-Gi-Oh card I mentioned says it's basically like a Pokemon, like a extreme. It sounds like one of those Pokemon cards, like starting from like the Gen 3 games or Gen 4 games. You know what I'm talking about, like the card that takes up like those cards, like EX cards. Speaking of which, I do want to get an EV just for the collection. Because, you know. But this ain't about Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh!
Imagine having Pokemon cards.
Look, I have a couple. What I do have for today is Castlevania, because the final season of Castlevania came out this week. I haven't watched it yet. Apparently Skid says it's good. Just been busy, I might watch it tomorrow. Hopefully there's no scenes like the third season. that scene. So, how's your guys' day been? Spy, how's your week been for the audience?
Good.
Someone's got a job. That is Spy.
Did you actually get the job, Spy?
Yeah, basically, I just got the sign thing.
That's good to hear, man.
This is a. Everyone clap. Get the clapping emoji. I don't have a clapping emoji. Hey, do I? Oh god, hold on. I have to span. Okay, I don't have any clapping emojis. Alright, but congratulations on your job. So we're playing Aria of Sorrow. Notice I don't have an exclamation 100%.
Yeah, this is a difficult game to 100%.
I will, but like, I will probably do it, but like,
Off stream?
no, on like, well, I think I'll do it, but like, it, like, once I get, is it first two endings? First two endings? I will, not necessarily, I'll be doing off day streams of me just getting the souls. And then during days that I actually, unless somehow I get all the souls. We'll just see. I don't know if I'll be doing Julius mode, because I know that's technically part of the game, but I'm talking about the main game. Slight spoiler. Whatever. It's a Game Boy Advance game. I might have been inspired by Proton John's bonus content to do this. Note, I have never beaten this game. I got halfway. I don't even think halfway through. But it's one of those games where I kind of got stuck because
It is a bit of a tough game. If you farm out every single shard as you come across them, it's not too bad.
Shard.
Soul. You know what I meant.
Yes, I know what you meant. Alright, which scene is it? Is it Game Boy? I hope it's Game Boy. Alright, yeah, it's Game Boy because I just modified the thing. Alright, let's see if Triple Advance shows up. Oh, it shows up. Recent. I have official cartridge of this. Okay, I have the 2-pack, the twin pack. Castlevania. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's just show the intro, the full intro. I guess. Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. So we are gonna put our name as Zero. Not Zoro, Zero. The year is 2035, so about 10 more years. Japan. Crowd spectators gathering around in anticipation of the first solar eclipse of the 21st century. My name is Soma Cruz, and I am a high school exchange student studying abroad in Japan. I live near.
High school exchange student.
I live in Hakubish, near an ancient. Mina Hakuba is the only daughter and my childhood friend. Yada yada yada. Basically, eclipse is happening. Soma happens to get up there, like near to the shrine during the eclipse, and a castle appears. A certain Dracula castle. Oh. I look like he's coming too. Where am I? Whoa, what happened? So you decided to join us. Did you have a pleasant nap? Huh? Who the heck are you? It's okay, Soma. His name is Ginya Akihado.
Arigato.
Skip the introductions. I have
It's
a few.
actually very important about his last name because his last name is the
We know.
Japanese romanization of Alucard.
Yeah. Skip the introductions. I have a few.
I am Arukado. I mean, fuck.
I have a few questions I need answers now. Go ahead. Why have you come here? Why? Well, hang on. Where are we? We're in Dracula's castle. Dracula's castle? Are you telling me we are in Europe? No, we're inside the solar eclipse. Inside the eclipse? You're insane. Do you think I'm a fool? Soma, listen to him. He's telling you the truth. What the heck are you talking about? Give me an explanation. Well, it's like this. Huh? An enemy? I can't do Alucard's voice. Soul Steal. Protect the girl.
You
Alucard's
steal
voice
men's
very-
souls.
Wing skeleton throw spears. What was that thing? So it has awakened. What has? The spirit of the creature you just killed has just entered your body. You have the power to absorb the abilities of the monsters you killed. What? Why would I have that power? You have gained the power. Now you must go to the master's chambers. For what reason? You now wish to return with your friend to your own world? Of course I want to go back. Go to the master's chambers, then everything. But I can't just leave Mina. No need to worry. I'll put up a protective barrier. But death will permanently find those who will stay too long. Then yes, you only have to save her from painful death. And you, what will you do? I too must have things I must do within the castle. Go forth.
And then he just walks up, grabs some of his neck, and just snaps his neck. Well, there, done.
So,
That'll make sense much later on.
I got zombie right away!
Oh my god, you got the zombie soul on your... That is the single rarest soul in the game. By virtue of the fact that they have a 0.1% drop rate, you got it first hit.
I hope I'm not playing with a modified ROM.
Well, I thought you were playing this on your Wii U.
I don't have it on the Wii U yet.
Oh, okay.
I have the official cartridge. I have the card.
You do not have it. By the way, I would like to point out someone carries around a knife on him.
Look! Tokyo. Look! Look at the design. He is obviously Yakuza, or at least thug. You don't wear fur on your shoulders. Okay, Gully, where's the easiest way to get to a safe spot? Because I don't want to die with the zombie soul. Ow. I know it's early Castle. Oh. Also, I can backdash. Oh.
I would have to see your map to tell you it's not too far away.
Yeah, that's
oh,
right.
You already found it.
Oh, God. John, I'm sorry.
It only took him 286 souls with the best farming setup for her. Which probably took him 15 minutes.
Well,
with that cape, and
hold on. How long is this stream?
we're 16 minutes in.
It also took me 15 minutes. Alright, I have B set to square on my thing because so I can actually have so I can actually. Oh, and here's an X armor. I love the X armor soul. It's basically the it's basically the cross except without. Oh no, it's a giant creaking skull. Nope. Ow. Level up. So, one thing you notice, it didn't give me. I don't think it gave me its soul. That's because, that becomes a regular enemy, I think. Right, Gully?
Say again?
The creaking skull becomes a regular enemy, right?
Pseudo-regular
Like
enemy,
a
yes.
skeleton.
He appears in 2 or 3 rooms that I remember. I haven't actually played Aria of Sorrow in a long time, and finding a legit copy, a non-repo, is really annoyingly difficult.
Repo cartridges can be beneficial, depending on.
If they're on price, aka $5, not when they are full price, $25, $30.
What about $15?
No, because then I just go and buy it from. I would just go buy it from whatchamacallit.
Well. Okay. I have 2 carts. I have the double cart, and I have a repo double cart. The repo double cart was $15. So that's 2 games for.
Yeah, but you go to Alibaba and you can buy them for $5.
I guess. My original plan was to buy this on the Wii U, but I didn't get as much money this week as I was expecting. I was expecting a lot this week for the amount of work that I did, but bills, unexpected bills made me only have 200 for non-necessity stuff.
You now have a second attack soul.
Yes, I have a third. I guess
a wing skeleton as well.
You start off with the winged skeleton.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Weird.
So, this is basically the axe power-up.
Bone's kind of axe, but weaker.
Well, the axe from regular Castlevania. So,
I know.
let's see the bat. Yeah. Disco feet. I better stop wasting magic. All right. Killer fish. And then the fish just sends a magic carp to attack. You know what? Let's keep the skeleton one. Having an upward direction of attack kind of okay. It's not as long range. Oh. Mind up, which is elixir, basically, I think. So, speaking of Castlevania, Spy, have you played Symphony yet?
Oh. I have a lot of stuff to get through on my backlog.
Yeah, right now you're playing what game? Sonic Forces. Which also I just went and basically finished last night as well. Not completed, but finished. And me and Spy both agree it's we don't understand why it's compared to alright. Oh.
You have to get the usable soul in order to get the across the gaps.
Yep.
The white dragon.
Blue eyes, white dragon.
It doesn't have eyes.
Yep.
It's a no eyes white dragon. Not to be mistaken with the two eyes white dragon or the one eyes white dragon. Do you have backdash yet? I forget if it's a soul in this game.
Yeah.
It is. No, it's an ability.
It's an ability soul.
Which is unfortunate.
Which means that it's permanent. Ability soul, I mean. It's
but you still get the
to find it.
You like literally you get it like oh Rotten meat. Ooh,
Don't eat that, obviously.
I have the zombie.
No, that's zombie's not the one that gives you the ability. Zombie makes you immune to poison.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a later soul that gives you the ability to eat that. The one off Flesh Golem, I think. I don't know Aria of Sorrow too well.
Do you know its sequel better?
No, because I actually never played either of them.
I thought you played Aria.
No. No, I never owned it. I owned the other one.
Well, the moon?
Circle the Moon, yeah.
Well... I plan to beat every Castlevania game ever created.
That is like 36 games, dude.
I mean, that's not too difficult. The biggest problem with Castlevania is getting through the older games without bashing your head into a wall.
Look, save states are a thing.
Yeah, I like playing stuff on original hardware. I don't like using save states if I can avoid it. Unless it's in, like, OOT randomizer, I was willing to use them and then found out I didn't have any.
Yeah. Mod loader doesn't have a save state function. That was really fun to learn. To do the hardest freaking to do that my Zora mask was behind the hardest oh, axe armor.
Aksu Amuri.
So as soon as I get enough MP.
You said P.
If this Pokemon would be PP. It's basically the actual axe armor axe, which is basically the basically the Castlevania cross. Oh, nope. Bugger off.
Yeah, a lot of the starting stuff in this and Bloodstained are evocative of older sub-weapons in Castlevania. But because of the soul and shard system, it ends up being a little different.
Oh, I got a short sword and all that.
Yeah, you got it when you dropped down by the bats earlier. So the game has multiple weapon types, obviously, as we can tell. Each of them has different speeds. So we are going to have, like, katanas and swords that slash vertically, and then there's the overheads in general. There's also a couple of weird ones. Unfortunately, there's no Valman Way until after you no longer need Valman Way. That's the name of
The Chrysogram.
The Chrysogram in this game. You need health badly.
Alright, let's check the map.
It helps to have a map. Your character's apparently good enough to cut an arrow out of midair.
Alright, let's waste the potion. Oh, I don't have a potion. God, I wish I didn't.
Thankfully, most enemies this early in the game have very wide tails. You can also jump over a bunch of them and, in general, just avoid them.
Oh, it's the freaking...
Where? Maybe be lucky and get the blue Croso.
Look.
So, Iga games are weird in that he wants to get you to finish to fight enemies, to defeat enemies by having you backtrack so that you have the capacity to defeat further enemies by getting their souls. So the game really encourages, if not outright grinding, then at the very least looking up guides and finding out good souls to grab. So anytime they force you to take a nice long walk back, that's on purpose. They kind of expect you to do that so that you can grind your souls up a little bit and gain some experience. Both crucial elements of Metroidvanias, or rather Igavanias.
I was about to say that's definitely
the Igavania subgenre of Metroidvania.
It's really Iga search action, whatever you want to call it.
It's search action RPG versus search action.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Or a platformer, whatever you call it.
So this is the first game in the Igavania of the Metroidvania.
No, Aria of Sorrow. No, Circle.
No. That's the first game to do do Iga's thing of dropping like every enemy has its own power up.
Circle the Moon doesn't have it wasn't made by Iga.
Yeah, but still a Igavania.
No, because Igavania it's a Castlevania game with mild RPG elements.
Okay, it's a
soul system.
It's a Metroidvania. Yeah, but neither does Symphony of the Night.
Symphony of the Night has a has a drop system.
So does Circle, the cards. The card system, remember?
Yeah, but the card system in Circle of the Moon is the only 5 of them drop from random enemies, and the rest are the rest of them are whatchamacallit, there's only 5 enemy drops and 4 enemy drops and 6 boss drops.
But there's 2 sets of cards. There are 20 cards, like 18 to 16 cards. There's the
I barely remember Circle of the Moon. It's been years.
Look, it's a good game. It's just the first Igavania, the one that Iga released on Game Boy Advance, was what's the game? What's the game between this and Circle? Dissonance.
Dawn of Sorrow.
Circle and Aria is a Dissonance.
Harmony of Dissonance. That's gonna be confused with Harmony of Despair.
Fair.
which basically, if you want to use an abbreviation, Dissonance, you use HOD. For Despair, you get
HD, because it was literally HD Castlevania.
yeah. Well, I need some kind of flying thing for that. Tiny Devil. That's the devil on your shoulder telling you to do it. Do it. Do it! Ow. Rock armor. But even then, like, that was basically, them telling Iga to, basically make make a game like Symphony of Night as possible. And they did. And it is very mixed to this day.
Right. All the DSS cards are drops of specific enemies.
Yeah. Oh, we meet another character. Oh, ew. Hold on. Fuck. I don't want to. Oh, who is there? Hello. You're human, aren't you? Relax. My name is Graham. Let's just say I'm a missionary. Oh, I'm Soma. Soma Cruz. You weren't here in this shrine before, were you? How'd you get in here? I'm not sure. I went through the shrine gate and then boom, I was here. I see. Can I ask you a question? Go ahead, I don't mind. Is it true that this is Dracula's castle? It most certainly is. But isn't Dracula's castle somewhere in Europe? In theory, yes, but his true castle exists somewhere else. His true castle? Yes, it is a well-known fact in the underworld. Do you believe in vampires? Well, no, I thought the story of Dracula was actually made up, actually. No, it is all true. It was leaked to the outside world. Usually the church handled these things with much security. Over the course of the time, Dracula has resurrected many times when people lost faith and craved chaos and destruction. So, you are trying to tell me that Dracula has been resurrected? No, Dracula perished in 1999. You know the prophecy of 99, don't you? Nostradamus' great prophecy? That's right. Dracula was resurrected exactly as he predicted, but vampire hunters destroyed him completely. They ended his regeneration cycle by sealing his castle, a symbol of his demonic power inside the darkness of the eclipse. And that eclipse is where we are now? Yes, but there is still more to the story. Still more? In the year 2039, a new master will come to the castle and he will inherit all of Dracula's powers. But yes, the time is now. I better get going, Dad. Is that all then? Oh yes, thank you. Farewell and be careful. Yes, you too. Did we get that guy's name?
That was Graham.
Alright, we did get his name.
Yeah, it was right over his portrait.
He seems like a nice guy and totally not evil.
And the irony of the stuff in this game sometimes.
So, I think Gully said what Gully said about Iga's games are right, like the Igavania games. Right. The games expect you to grind probably for days on end.
I'm not a huge fan of that.
I mean, yes and no, not days on end, but it depends on the enemy and how useful the soul is, as well as how common that enemy is that determines their soul ratio. That's why zombies are so difficult to get the soul for.
Well, yeah, but let's talk about his current, most recent release, Bloodstained. And actually, no, technically his most recent release is actually Curse of the Moon 2. Even though that's technically not. That's more
classic.
Yeah, but okay, his most recent Igavania. Bells. Sorry, distracted. This is a potion. No, that's a mind up. Iga, the reason I want to bring this up is because of Red's playthrough of, Bloodstained.
I mean, went through the struggles I did. I thought I can relate to what he wasn't a fan of.
I mean, I understand why. It just means that probably it's not a good genre for you two of you. I didn't run into any of the problems that you guys ran into. It's weird.
Yeah, because we're used to Metroidvanias that don't require you to have to intricately use all those systems and still need to grind. Like, we cooked and we still got,
okay.
We played a natural playthrough and we still needed to grind. For us, that's not a great Metroidvania.
But it's also a Metroidvania that doesn't have... It's a Metroidvania with levels. Like, at some level, they're expecting you to do a certain amount.
Yeah, but you can balance the level curve better so that you don't have to do that.
Okay, the thing is that
there was definitely a spike there that could have been avoided if they tuned the leveling curve better, but they didn't.
That is a thing, and
about
like
how they balanced that game was very strange and seemed like it required you to grind to actually play the game with the ease of difficulty that they seem to intend for you to play it at. Not to mention, like, the final boss is like pretty garbage with its pattern.
I would love to tell you that I have a different opinion there, but I don't really... Like, again, I didn't run into the same problem as you, so I'm not going to see things the same way as you.
Gully is more used to playing...
That's the thing. How much time do you spend per area, roughly?
Well, that depended on what I wanted to do in the area. For example, when I got to the sunken, the underground area, the underwater area, the waterway, I tried to stay in there as little time as I had to, and I got as much as I could. But when it came to like the lava area, I just tried to stay away from the lava things. But other than that, I spent a bit of time grinding out souls because I wanted to get some gold armor from the lava zone. So I spent some time there leveling and getting those souls up. But I also aimed for and tried to find all the foodstuffs I could in one playthrough. I cooked every piece of food as soon as I got a chance to. Actually, my biggest problem with the game is that the food is so difficult to so easy to ignore in the first half, and then impossible to ignore in the second half. But the game doesn't let you cook half the food in the first half because you need something from a specific zone. The soy sauce for like a third of the recipes, and they don't give it to you until the end of the game. Literally after you could fight the final boss in quotation marks.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't for soy sauce, I would have had everything.
That's what I mean with the balancing. There would seem to be a few balancing issues. Like, you can have items where you foreshadow that you're probably going to need some ingredient that you'll get later, but like to have 1/3 of it do that is a bit much.
It's okay.
Like, I've even played Castlevanias that are better designed than Bloodstained, in my opinion. Like, Time Spinner is a perfect example. Time Spinner has levels, Time Spinner has equipment, Time Spinner has loadouts that you can assign to yourself with different physical and special stuff.
I mean, you do
But
that
I
in
never had a
Bloodstained.
harsh leveling curve. I never felt like I had to grind to actually progress through the game.
Can I be honest? I didn't grind at all. I literally just toughed it out and just learned the boss.
No, I spent 20 tries on that boss, dude. The boss patterns are not predictable in the way they should be. I spent a good 20 tries, 30 tries probably, trying to fight that boss at the level I was at naturally through the game. And I could not beat it because the boss patterns are too unpredictable.
Are we talking about okay, spoilers. Since we all are
The final
first
boss.
phase of the final boss.
First phase I had a lot more easy time with than the second phase, to be honest.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, the fact that Red had a tough time with it
Yeah, I
makes me
actually
think this is not just an exclusive issue to us.
It's sort of a thing. Okay, let me say something. You guys would probably like Symphony of Night better than Actually, no.
I does not give a good impression on that.
No.
Symphony tonight doesn't care as much about leveling.
Symphony of Night, literally, you need to grind for one thing, and like, with the right, with like,
You don't have to grind at all in Symphony of Night. Symphony of Night is much more gear based.
You also said we don't have to grind in Bloodstained, so I mean.
No, he said that you have to grind.
No, well, I didn't think you have to grind in Bloodstained, unless
You
except
do.
for food.
No, you do. You definitely do. The game is not well balanced.
No. Spy, you saw my playthrough of Symphony of the Night.
Yeah,
I
no.
mean,
I grinded for one thing, and it was like 5 minutes total.
by the way, if you equip the
I
zombie
also don't know
soul
what some
for
red
poison
traded on,
immune,
because I
it
have
removes
the
poison.
added issue of the game twitching out on me.
Symphony of the Night. The only thing you need to grind for is the chrysogram, and even then, you could technically beat the game without the chrysogram.
You're
I
almost
was about to say, that sounds like an optional item.
the chrysogram, Valman way, whatever you want to call it, is extremely optional.
Like, I think I beat the game without the chrysogram. No, I haven't yet, but I should do a game. I play through without the chrysogram.
I mean, the one thing I do have to say though is that Red didn't start doing anything with food until he was almost at the final boss. By the way, your mouse is on the screen. So like
Sure, but like, food was only going to get you so far in that game. Like, food can't boost your stats over the course of the game or anything. It's just going to heal you for a little bit.
yes, food buffs your stats. The first time you eat a food, you gain a permanent stat boost. The major ones you can get early in the game,
The game
are
expects you to
locked.
try to eat all the food items you can,
Yeah.
which means it expects you to try to get all the ingredients you can, which
Look.
are random dropped from the darn enemy.
The main
You get
item
to a
in
point
the
where you
first
try
half-
fighting those enemies, you're gonna
What?
be underleveled by the time you get to the point where you need the ingredients.
Okay. Spy,
but
like,
they're not.
It's a whole
majority of them
cycle that
aren't random.
doesn't work.
The
That's the
majority
problem.
of food items aren't random drops. The only random drop is eggs, and after you get eggs, you can buy them.
Any food
I
ingredient.
couldn't find food anywhere. I opened as many chests as I could. Most of the food I got was from random drops.
You mean edible food, or do you mean crafting materials?
Both.
Okay, because the majority of crafting materials are, with the exception of beast milk, which I will admit, 100%, beast milk is too rare in that game. It's too important of an item, and you can't purchase it. You have to farm it off the damn cockatrice equivalents. Whatever the hell the lesser version of the beast is. That is a problem. But the majority of the other food items you need outside of that are either random drops out of treasure chests in each zone. The three labs have one each. Or the last one is like salt stuff you don't need to buy. You can find them on the ship in the start, and they have like a 20% drop rate.
That's pretty low. I don't know what to tell you. The way the systems are set up are not conducive to a Metroidvania for me. Like nothing.
It's not really like a
otherwise.
regular. I don't know, man.
And so, like, looking here, black pepper found in blue chests, butter.
I mean, I don't really want to remember the food items in that game. I think the food system was terrible.
I'm looking at, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 of the materials can be purchased, 18 can be purchased from her. A lot of the rest of them are crafted, and the broths. 19, 20, 21, but those are the crafting, the ones you can actually make. Corn seed, rice seed, potato seed.
Also, I might have just spent all my money on just buying pizzas, honestly.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just made pizzas. I made a bunch of one item to heal because that was all I really cared to do for the rest of the game.
That's generally how most people play it. Because pizza dough is flour, maca oil, sugar, and halite. Items that are pure drops. Sea urchin from Dullahammers.
It also might be a thing where a second playthrough might change your mind, but I don't know.
Oh, I'm not touching that game anytime soon.
Beast milk from Zagans. Tomatoes from Aeos, but they're barely used. Giant Mako for 4. Solidrop clams for 5. Fournaise fillets for 6. Quadra fillets for Decimas. 7. Plume pork for 8. Beast beef from Zagans for 9. Ajinti flying beef 10. Akipete apples, which I think are barely used, is 11. Ambrosia from Volsha is 12. Ordog drop curry powder, which is one of the more annoying ones. It's 13. Yeah, so there's actually fewer ingredients that drop off enemies than you can purchase. But that's not necessarily a good thing.
I do agree that the food system was not necessarily the best implemented.
No, because most of it's random drops. Like we just established.
No, only like 3 of them were.
Random drops, then that's not gonna work.
13 items are random drops. But
no, but then the rest of it you have to cook from those ingredients. That's the thing.
Yes, but most of the items that were like dragon eggs, for example, drop by dragons, but once you have one in your inventory, you can purchase them. But you only need to ever craft one.
Drop first, and then it relies on you getting enough money without getting killed by everything else because you couldn't get your stats up in time, because you couldn't get the food you wanted, because you couldn't get the ingredients.
Do I have to?
I heavily
Again, there's
disagree.
nothing that'll convince me that system was good because of everything I just described. Because that actually happened several times in my playthrough. And unless you're trying to grind for the ingredients, which apparently doesn't sound like you can do because they get them from treasure chests.
Yes, you can grind treasure chests.
Like it's not even an issue that you can solve with grinding. It's just a thing you have to hope doesn't happen. That did happen to me a bunch.
All right.
Again, I've played better Igavanias than his own. So I know I don't hate the style of the game. I hate the way it was executed in Bloodstained specifically.
Golly.
What am I gonna say at this point? I'm not trying to convince him of something that.
Then why do we start this entire thing?
I just don't understand. That's the problem. If I don't, like, I'm different. I play games differently than you. That's the only thing I can really get out of this. Like, I really enjoyed Bloodstained from start to end, but I found the game to be enjoyable. There was nothing that pushed me out of it. I found it mostly to be not necessarily simple, but like
I can actually explain why you guys have different opinions.
You got a combat knife, by the way.
Yeah. Which, holy shit! I'm saving. I'm going back.
I guess what helped is that I picked a soul and I stuck with it. Although I didn't know that soul scaled off intellect, which is dumb of me to have thought it didn't. I used Bunny Morphosis for so long, so I never changed my weapons, and when I was in any other set, I was running pure, a pure strength set or a pure luck set, so I never had problems with drops. Like, I literally had, like, more, I think I had almost as much luck as I had strength.
I think also the thing is, Gully, that Spy's more of a platformer. God damn it! I lost the combat knife.
I will definitely say I love platforming more than RPGs. That being said, I've never played an RPG where your luck stat is that crucial to your progress.
I mean, it might not have been Bloodstained. I don't know. I mean, it raised my stat, my drop percentage by a couple percent. I like
even
filling
then,
out lists.
Getting shards like that shouldn't be crucial to you beating the game. Because they're random drops.
But at the same time, though, the game also has a great system where the more of a shard you get, the better the shard is.
Yeah, but you get those from fighting the enemies. And they're still random.
But some of the best shards in the game aren't even is like True Arrow and stuff, and they're not that difficult to grab 4 or 5 of them. I mean, that's why Bunny Morphosis was so powerful. I got it to 9 of 9 as soon as I could, grade and rank, so that I never had, like, the first half of the game, I never had to worry about damage, because I would just kick a bunch of use the soul and punch things a bunch. And I was, there were some tough enemies that I got a little angry at, and they killed me a couple times. In particular, the boss fight that Red had the least problem with in the last half of the game, in the Oriental Laboratory. I had huge problems against him until I swapped out my set and geared up and got new gear. And once I did, everything kind of just clicked in place, and he was taking double the damage he had before.
And what was your process of getting the new gear?
I walked back to town and I changed out. I actually looked at my gear and said, let me take my luck stuff off, put on normal weapons, and actually focus on the strength build instead of a luck build. And, just kind of putting stuff on. It was just stuff I'd picked up.
How long did it take you to get back to the shop?
Since I got kicked back to the save point at the beginning of Oriental, that is the worst zone in the game. Like, I'm not even going to lie. Like, it has one save point, and it's all the way across the zone. But I had quests to kill a certain number of enemies in there, so I went and I dropped that off, and I changed the thing out. I think I had to grind money for about half an hour, though, because, unfortunately, I was trying to get one of the 8-bit weapons, because the 8-bit weapons are incredibly powerful. They're actually why some people consider the game too easy, as weird as that sounds. When you hit a certain amount of money and you go hand it in for the 8-bit coins, and you beat the secret boss and get the 16 and 32-bit coins, I think, upgrades, they're very powerful. At least 5 of them.
Have fun beating those secret bosses.
That secret boss it's tougher to find than it is to kill.
No, I found the majority of them. I couldn't kill a single one.
No, not those
I got
two.
fed up with the game, so I didn't bother trying.
There was a third one. There's the 8-bit painting. The 8-bit painting has the enemies do a shit ton of damage, drop really good souls, and has the only boss in the game you can actively farm. The 8-bit something or other.
I wasn't gonna fight those at that point of the game.
If you don't mind, they're really easy to avoid. They're like original Castlevania enemies. It's a little like bone towers, zombies, and
We've established that difficulty is subjective at this point. I can't really take your word on it being easy.
It's literally.
I mean, if you played old Castlevania games, it's a lot more like those. The problem is though is that
at those, so
then yeah, you would have found it more annoying.
Look, we all have different opinions. This is what we've learned, okay? Children?
Hey.
Okay, you're older than me. But right now I'm kind of, I might be a little bit sick of the argument right now.
I mean, it was literally going to go in circles. There's nothing changing on mine.
It's kind of the whole going in circles thing. You both have valid points, and the thing is that I had trouble with Bloodstain 2 and like I'm gonna be honest, like I had issues with Bloodstain, like not enough to like hate it, but like I'm just like the person who let me think of my words. There are definitely things I think of bullshit in Bloodstain. That, I will say that. But also, I'm not a person who uses like crafting systems that much. Like, even Breath of the Wild's crafting system, I was
Just cooking though, isn't it?
yeah, just the cooking and potion making.
Okay,
I was not.
yeah.
I was.
No,
I
I wanted to
basically.
make sure there wasn't any like weapon crafting system or anything that I like.
No,
somehow
no, no,
did.
no, no, no. Even the cooking system, like, I have a hard time paying attention to crafting systems.
I mean, Breath of the Wild.
I have a hard time experimenting with stuff when there's a limited material set in the game.
Breath of the
Like
Wild.
that just makes me anxious as heck.
The one thing I had to say about Breath of the Wild is once you learn how to abuse the crafting system, which actually isn't too difficult to find on your own. Like you literally, if you take 4 items of the same type and put them together, you make a good potion. And
Yeah.
or food, depending upon whether you put
I mean,
them
yeah.
off the
So the problem is you have to experiment with that. But once you experiment with it, you're gonna lose the materials you just used. I think that's my issue. Like, unless I had a decent stockpile or something like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, I very quickly learned on my own without looking anything up in Breath of the Wild that you can not combine items of different types. Like if you put a stamina and
I think they tell you that.
Yeah, they tell you that. And like it's literally just throw 5 of the same item in, and you get a stat buff. Or put in. Give me a second. Or put in a bunch of the.
Just put 5. Just make a meat. Do what I did and just meat.
Actually, fish are better. Not fish. Yeah, fish. Not the. Excuse me. Fish is some of the best items in the game. If you can get your hands on a bunch of the fish.
I'll be right back. It is time for meds.
Kind of tempted now to go and pick up Bloodstain and see how I can go without grinding, how far I can get into the game without grinding. Because my habits of liking lists and 100% in games, that really would go for me liking the game in a different way than.
Again, I love Time Spinner. Time Spinner didn't have any crafting though, so that's a noticeable difference. And if it did, because I don't remember fully, I didn't use it. Maybe no. Regardless, it wasn't necessary to me beating the game. So, whatever the case may be.
Alright. While I'm eating my gummies, I wanted to say, I'm just gonna say this, that, you'd probably like the Castlevania Igavania's better than Bloodstain. Besides, probably Aria of Sorrow, which requires you to get 100% to get the best ending.
I mean, a lot of the Igavanias require you to get a lot of the percentage of the map in order to get the good ending.
Well, the map I don't have issue with usually.
Yeah. If not, if you can get a copy of it, like if not Symphony of the Night, like um I would try um what's the middle DS one? Charlotte.
Ruin.
Portrait of Ruin. Charlotte, Jonathan. Like, there are enemies that drop weapons, but you don't need to get all the weapons, and there's not necessarily you need to grind for stuff. Unless, again, you want to get the best ending, I just realized. My. But it's not as bad as the Aria.
Okay.
But honestly, if you want a Castlevania where it's more based off of your, Spy, do you want a Castlevania that's more based off your skill, right? Like,
Yeah.
but not like ball bustingly hard, right? Symphony of Night is where is kind of where you want to play, like my main thing with Symphony of Night is that if you want the best sub weapon, it's gonna be the holy water. And you can get that in the second area where you can get after you get the Cubas. Oh. Look. I know your frustration, Spy. Honestly, I kind of now that I mentioned portrait, I kind of want to do portrait, like.
You can do this yourself, man.
Look. I have a lot, just like you, I have a lot of games in my backlog.
Yeah, but then you want to go back to the games that... Wait,
I haven't beaten portrait.
Oh, well, never mind. Ignore me. Cause that...
I've literally, my Castlevanias that I've beaten is Bloodstained. That
doesn't count. That's a different series.
I count. It's
basically the same thing. It's
man, that's like counting Mighty Number 9 as a Mega Man game.
It really. Okay, Mighty Number 9.
I don't want to count that
it's a
trash.
bad Mega Man game, but it's a Mega Man game nonetheless.
No. The difference between.
Oh, what's way uglier?
No. Okay, the difference between.
Okay, that I'll give you.
The difference between. Oh, Hammer.
The difference between Hammer.
Yes.
Okay. Hammer and Hamlet?
No. I just realized I have the hammer. And it's just kind of stupidly.
Stop. Hammer time.
Okay, back to my point. The Castlevanias I've beaten is. Oh, Student Witch. Get hammered. Ow. Is, Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, Castlevania 2, Castlevania, Adventure and Adventure Rebirth, but Adventure with quotations, because I beat it with, save states, but really, at that point, it's just like... Also, the official release has save states, so I get... And also, it's double quotations, because I beat a modded version of it. Which I later found
can you get over 1 million PP in this game.
What do you mean?
Striker.
And
Oh, I don't know.
Can you get over 1 million Persona points? Or does it cap?
I don't know the cap.
Take that chance.
ow, I hate the giant ghosts in these games.
I mean, you could always save it, and then that way, if it doesn't go over, you can.
Uh, isn't it obvious that I haven't beaten this game yet? Anyway, Castlevania games I've beaten. Symphony, Castlevania 2, Adventure with quotation, modded version of Adventure, which made it a better game. Adventure Rebirth, which is basically better Adventure. And also with huge quotations because I only beat it because my save got corrupted. On an emulated version I was playing at my mom's. Rondo of Blood.
Figure out how to get bugs. Oh, fudge. Why are some of these so dumb?
As they are. So, the reason I say Rondo of Blood in huge ass quotation marks is because my save corrupted.
That's a nasty image.
My save corrupted after the 4th level because of the TurboGrafx simulator I was using on a Windows XP computer when I was visiting my mom's for house taking for my mom's for the weekend. I'm getting sidetracked again, ain't I?
Sidetracked. Have a clock.
Oh,
I gave up my clock.
So, basically, long story short, Um,
Pretty sure.
long story short.
I wanted long story pants. Give me my pants. It's mod stupid. I have over 1 million yen. Somehow. And you can have over 1 million PP.
Neat.
I assumed you could, but I didn't want to give you a definitive answer because I haven't played it since Bravely Default 2 came out.
Oh. Is the game as bad as people said it was in the demo?
For me, no, but I'm weird, apparently. Because I find people that say yes. Apparently the game is so counter-heavy, Bravely Default 2, that some of the later bosses, if you don't grind, which I love doing, are very counter-heavy, and to the point where it makes some of their fights annoying. One of them even counters white magic with death spells. And I think he counters physical attacks with stop, a couple of them. It's a little confusing at times.
The process of getting bugs is going to be way too much. I guess you technically could convert money into PP.
Yeah, it's possible, but it's annoying. Unless you
basically have to buy Persona and then delete your Persona.
Yes,